Hello everyone. Do you know what makes life more meaningful? What gives us that push in life that gives a kind of satisfaction and makes us feel that life is worthy? It's nothing but a purpose. We all have a purpose in our life and we strive to achieve it through fixing goals. Sometimes what we want to achieve, we fix a goal and we are not able to achieve it. Have you ever wondered what might have been the reason that you weren't able to realize a goal? Because one thing everybody should understand, that everything is possible in this world, or anything is possible for that matter. Why I say this is because a goal that you tried to fix and was not able to achieve might have been achieved by somebody else. Does it mean that it is unachievable, or just that you haven't tried your best, or you haven't followed the appropriate strategy to achieve it? Some might blame the circumstances or the environment or their life or even fate. That's the reason that they weren't able to achieve what they wanted. To those who blame others, who blame any circumstance or people or fate or life, all I have to say is there's no point in blaming. Even if everything is against you in life, you still can achieve what you want, provided there's a strategy and your willpower matters. Yes. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to set a goal and how to achieve it. Believe me, these strategies or these tips that I'm going to be providing you in this episode are the basis that one must follow in order to fix a goal in their life. Be it anything. Let it be a small goal from learning a language or learning a new skill to anything as big as fixing your career or clearing that examination which would change your life, or even becoming a millionaire. That is also a goal. Yes. Changing your lifestyle. Be it anything. For any goal in life, when you fix it or when you make a strategy or plan for it, there are simple things to take in mind, and I shall be discussing about all these in this episode. The first step towards achieving your goal is to analyze. Most often people fail to achieve the goals because they don't analyze. Their target is unrealistic and they do not make this analysis before starting or setting up a goal. What's the use in putting all your efforts and energy when something is not practically possible? Let me explain with an example. Let's say your target or your goal is to make $1 billion in a month. This is what you have set up and you are striving for it. You're doing whatever is possible and feasible. You set this goal just because you wanted it, and you didn't have an analysis of if it would be possible to achieve your goal within a month. You should have thought about what is your present income, what are the strategies or methods that you would adopt through which you could get income, or how is that you're going to leverage your finances. You should have had all these in your mind before planning this goal. If you hadn't, and there wasn't any possible source through which you could get such a huge amount of money in a month, then what's the point? Even though you put all your hard work and energy into achieving such an unrealistic goal, at the end of the day you would feel demotivated because you did not reap the results. So when you set a goal, the first thing is to analyze it. Is it feasible? Is it within the potential that you can achieve, or is it realistic? These are the questions that you have to answer. And you should not be too ambitious. Ambitious is obviously good when it comes to wanting to achieve things in life, but being too ambitious, being too unrealistic will only hamper your growth. So try to be more practical while setting up a goal. And the time frame that you allot, or the time frame within which you strive to achieve that goal, should also be in tune with the reality. Say, for an example, let's say you are preparing for an exam. So the first thing that you have to do is analyze the exam pattern, see how long it normally takes to cover the syllabus, and how much effort and time that you have got to put for that exam. All these things have to be taken into consideration. The same way, if it's going to be a target like the one I said earlier, you have a plan to achieve so much amount of money or to earn so much amount of money through some way, investing, saving, or through your salary, earning, be it anything. Just have this kind of a target, then see if it is realistic. See if the amount that you have fixed in your mind is if it's going to be achievable within the time that you have set. And also determine what are the possible ways through which you can get that amount. Are you going to be investing? Are you going to be earning? And if you're going to earn, how are you going to earn? If you're going to invest, what are the strategies or what is the best option available out in the market where you can invest? And if you're going to invest, you have found it out, how are you going to invest? Are you going to do it yourself, or are you going to have a broker? Is it going to be through an analyst? So all these things, all the minute intricacies have to be taken care. You should have a clear analysis of all these done before setting up a goal. Only when you do all these base work and then set up a goal, there is a lot of things that you won't find as a hindrance when you do the planning. If you do not do the planning and you just have a goal, just a blunt goal, and then work towards it, then you would find all these as a hindrance in the process. So these goal setting analysis are just not a basic or an understanding of the goal itself, but it is also halfway done. That's what I would say, because when it's properly analyzed, your planning would be perfect, and when it's well planned, it's well done. Yes, as Aristotle says, well begun is half done. So next step, after analyzing the feasibility and all the basic requirements that are available for your goal or that are needed for your goal, the next thing would be to plan. The first thing that we have done is just analyzed, just taken into consideration what are all the factors that would be affecting our goals. And the next thing that we have to do is we have to analyze and then plan in such a way that our step, each and every step that we take towards our goal, has to be fruitful. Since you've already analyzed, what are the pros and cons, in such a way your planning has to be made so that you get the maximum benefit out of it. Let's say you're putting about like XYZ amount of energy, like a few hours of time into what you are wanting to achieve. It has to be efficiently achieved, and in order to achieve it efficiently, it has to be planned properly. And for this proper planning, that's what we did in the first step. We did analyze what are the factors that would be affecting us. To give a more detailed description of it, let's take an example. Let's say you are working in a job, 9 to 5 job, and you just wanted to achieve that target of XYZ amount in XYZ months. So you decide to take up another side hustle. Now you should plan in such a way that that side hustle should not interfere with your 9 to 5 job, because something you're already into, you cannot just ignore that, because that's also a part of your income, and that's also a part of the amount that you will be contributing towards your goal. So you should plan in such a way that you find time to balance both. Maybe before 9 o'clock early in the morning, you could do that. Side hustle if it fits, or after you come out from work after 5 o'clock, might be like 6 to 8 or however time permits. Depends on your routine and your work schedule. So, the next thing that we have to do is plan accordingly and in such a way that we would be able to give in our best. This is also called as working smart. Let's say you are hardworking and not smart working. You are already tired after your 9 to 5 job and you don't have energy to work after that exactly, like right after you finish your 9 to 5, you're just jumping into something else and you don't have energy at all. But yes, you cannot give it up, right? Because it's your target and you just want to achieve it. So you just push yourself and try to achieve that, irrespective of the interest and the energy. What happens? You just keep doing it without any productive output. It's not because the same job, if you had this interest and energy, you might have completed it earlier. So, how you plan your target or your schedule, it should be in sync with your priorities and what you want to achieve in life, as well as the pros and cons that you've already analyzed. And last but not the least, we need to work. Analyzing is fine, planning is fine, and all these would be effective or will come to fruition only when you work, only when you put your efforts, only when you put your energy into what you want to manifest. Let's say you are preparing for the exam, you have analyzed it, you have made up a very good plan, the schedule is ready. It will all come to fruition, it will all bear fruits at the end only if you study according to the plan and write the exam well. Only then you'll be able to get, or you'll be able to clear the exam and get whatever career you want in your life. The same applies to the XYZ amount of money that you wanted to make in the set amount of time. Only if you did or work as per the plan, only if you ever put in your efforts to get that extra amount of money apart from your daily work, you will be able to achieve the target. So this is the basis of goal setting. Do involve all these 3 parameters the next time you set your goal and see how miraculously you achieve it.